Okay, so today I want to make a video about applying for your very first or one of your first cybersecurity roles. So I comb LinkedIn, and as I mentioned to you before in other videos, that I really believe that the job market is really in a really horrible place. And I think that a lot of the positions that companies post, I don't think they're actually hiring for. I think that they do this. It's process called pipeline stacking, where they put out positions that they're supposedly hiring for, and they accept tons and tons and tons of resumes, and they never hire anyone for it. They even reposted a couple times, claiming that they never find someone. But we're going to review that process, and I'm going to show you the holes in it, and I'm also going to show you how to apply for positions. So this position specifically is a cybersecurity analyst position. It was posted by Post Holdings, which, if you're familiar, it's the cereal company Post. They're based here in St. Louis, which is the area where I'm at. So let's take a look at this job description. Okay, so this is the position I was referring to, the cybersecurity analyst. It was reposted just a week ago with over 100 people clicked to apply. So this is very important, if you ask me, important information. So that kind of proves my point. This is a very basic role, something that most anybody with just a little bit of experience would qualify for. So clearly they're not looking too awfully hard. Okay, knowledge and skills. The individual must have an intimate knowledge of various operating systems and networks, network and application security, cryptographic standards, and PKI, public key infrastructure. I've harped on this before. Get to know PKI. You need to know knowledge of the NIST cybersecurity framework and the critical security controls, yada yada. Working knowledge and experience with network systems, security principles, and applications. Basically said that in the first line. Able to communicate technical issues to non-technical people. Explain it to someone who doesn't, understand technology that well. That's a common trait in our field. You have to develop communication skills to be able to explain stuff to people who don't understand technology that well. All right? Okay, now we're getting into the requirements. So up here on this upper section here, you can see configure and monitor various cybersecurity tools for proper operation. Conduct initial triage of cybersecurity alerts, manage the incident response process for security events, and it goes on. These are both the requirements for the position and your responsibilities. Sometimes job postings will separate the two, responsibilities and requirements. Sometimes they squish them together like this one. This is a very vague posting, okay? So what you need to do when you apply for a tech position, you need to tailor your resume to these requirements. By that, I mean, for your job experience, you need to actually list something related to each one of these lines, these items they put in the requirements or responsibilities. So that's what the systems are keyword based to attract resumes that have keywords based on their requirements, like cybersecurity alerts or DNS or URL filtering. You can see that all those words are in the actual job description. So you need to tailor your resume to what these requirements say. The next thing I want to say about it is experience. You see 2 to 3 years of experience working in information security or information technology, or equivalent experience. So project-based stuff, if you haven't had any jobs, you can list project-based stuff for that experience. Okay, and then you see education, bachelor's degree in information security, cybersecurity, computer science, or related field, or commensurate experience. Commensurate experience is time working in that field, okay? So if you worked in, for 5 years. Okay, so looking at this, they didn't separate responsibilities and requirements, but Now, the bottom section on the image we're looking at here is, again, what we need to tailor a resume with. So what I want you to do as a homework assignment, I want everybody to go and take a look at some cybersecurity or technical job postings. And I want you to take a look at those postings. I want you to practice basically relating your resume to that job description. So you're going to use their requirements, responsibilities that they have listed here to tailor your resume. Don't use AI. That's very important, because those applicant tracking systems will pick that out, and if they detect that you've used AI in your resume, they actually kick them out. Okay, that's number one. Number two, when you create a resume, I've said it before, create a resume that is ATS friendly. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Okay, it needs to be a very basic looking resume. Don't create one of those Word templates that has like your picture on it and all kinds of neat designs. Those applicant tracking systems tend to kick those out because they don't know how to process the information. Okay, so I hope this helps everybody.